you indeed think that they are satanic, demonic. I don't know how you classify this, but
they're demonic and they're the beginning of transhumanism.
Whoa, really?
Got the car in the driver's seat. I pick you up, but there's only room for me.
The following is an episode of Ward Radio and does not represent the thoughts or the opinions of KHTS, its owners, or any of its affiliates, nor does it represent the official opinion of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. With that said, sit back, relax, and enjoy the program.
Can you feel it? Can you feel it? I bring the energy.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to Ward Radio. I'm your host, Cardinellis. I'm joined today in the studio by Kwaku L, and he's got a hot topic to discuss today. He was saying in the green room before we started that video games are demonic, which them be fighting words amongst some of the young men in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, because video games, they're a hot hobby right now, my man. But you say you indeed think that they are satanic, demonic. I don't know how you classify this, but
they're demonic and they're the beginning of transhumanism.
Whoa, really? Okay, keep going.
So first of all, you look at how the video game mafia operates, especially on young boys. What they do first is they present, when you're early into puberty, 13, 14, 15.
Okay.
And they present you with some girl with huge chi-chis bouncing around as she runs with her gun.
So a girl salesman of video games? Or
No. One of the character in the video game is always some girl with big chi-chis.
Oh, okay.
Running around, or chi-chis or goombas, whatever you want to call them, running around with a gun, fighting aliens or dragons or wizards or something.
Yeah.
And it gets the little boy's attention.
Yeah.
And then from there, I'm going to be a cyborg in Halo.
Okay.
And I'm going to zoom around on a four-wheeler and shoot aliens. Or I'm
By the way, I literally just Googled the phrase "video games are demonic," and guess what was the first picture that came up? Was a voluptuous anime cartoon character who was fighting a demon dragon.
It's always some weird. Yeah.
Okay, keep going.
By the way, that's how Satan tricks you, because he wants to show satanic stuff and sexual stuff on one page for you to associate that in your head.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
But then, also, it's like, okay, so you're from a young age. Your expectations of women are impossible because it's CGI, it's fake, and also let's be real.
I married a chick hotter than the anime ones, so I take issue with that. But I do believe most of the plebeians.
Well, everyone did, because anime chicks aren't hot because they're
okay.
Unless you're a creep. But also, you look at one of these CGI little people. Look, it looks kind of demonic. It looks like almost real. It's Uncanny Valley. You see, you're like, nah, this is not good. It's creepy. So you have that. But then, what else do you have? You've got people, these people trying to find adventure in life through a screen. Through a screen. And here's the issue. It gets everybody. It gets dads. It gets military guys. It gets nerds. It gets college boys. It gets everybody is trying to play video games. And I'm going to ask you a question. We're always hearing from boomers and mean moms and Facebook groups how bad social media is for the kids. None of them want to touch video games because for men, sometimes it's their only escape from like crazy kids and a mean wife. For women, sometimes it's your only escape if you never found a man. And let's be honest. And so no one wants to touch it. But I mean, seriously, you got kids spending hours a day running around pretending to be someone else, trying to find all their excitement and their dopamine through a screen, through a digital world that does not really even exist. And now we wonder why transhumanism has taken over. Well, because we've baptized all the kids in the waters of transhumanism.
So you think it's like a gateway drug to bad ideas and maybe the false reality nature of enjoying video games? That's what you take.
They would
with.
Never get me to put a chip in my head. They would never get me to put a chip. I bet if it had Skyrim in it, you would.
Oh,
is that the popular game now?
I've heard of it, so it has to be popular. I confess, I am not a big gamer myself either, and one of the reasons why I push limiting screen time and video game time and things like that with my own children is because I take a slightly different issue. Okay, I actually have a friend who's a big gamer who told me, you probably shouldn't worry about your kids reading manga or getting into anime so much, because at least it's not this weird woke stuff. Like most anime, Carden, is actually kind of about honor and the good guys winning and evil getting defeated. And sure, yes, there's some generally, suggestive, sexually suggestive stuff that kind of flies under the radar for the young kids, but the adults get it. And we did the same thing in Shrek and some of our kids' movies with our, double meaninged jokes that fly under the radar for the kids, but make the adults chuckle. And he said, by and large, it's not as bad as some of this like soul sucking woke stuff that has made it into
yes, but that's how they win. I'm sorry, bad ideas are bad ideas, and right now conservatives have just become, bleep this out, have become to bad ideas because they could go up to a freaking name it. They could go up to Nick Fuentes with a plate full of camel poop, and they'll say, "Hey, but it was a straight camel's poop. All right, this isn't woke camel poop." And they'll go, "Okay, it's not woke." Oh, blah, 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 blah. Idiots.
Yeah. Okay. So there's that aspect. I've toned down my pearl clutching when it comes to that. Okay, because one of my gamer assistants brought that up in conversation once, but also. For me, the issue that I have with video games is that I believe that, especially with young men, a fundamental aspect of development is learning to overcome boredom. Like, you literally just, as a young kid, have to be bored and then have to learn how to entertain yourself. And it's in your moments of overcoming boredom that you discover your talents, that you make mental connections, that you're forced to go out and make new friends, have new experiences, get into trouble, the good kind, so on and so forth. And with the ubiquitous spread and availability of video games in our society, young men aren't being forced to overcome boredom. Once they get bored, they pull out their phones and they scroll. They pull out their PlayStations and they play Fortnite, and they're atrophying those mental muscles that need to develop, so much so that in their adult years they have zero cope for boredom and don't really have a lot of delayed gratification because boredom is uncomfortable. And if discomfort ends up always getting dismissed by video games within 30 seconds, within 3 minutes or whatever, they just can't handle it. And if you can't handle discomfort and delayed gratification, that's the fastest nosedive into failure that you ever have. So I don't think it's actually that the video games themselves are demonic or satanic.
I do.
But that you do. But because it leads to transhumanism.
Look at that.
Look
at this thing on the screen.
I Googled video games. Are they satanic?
That's satanic.
And, well, it is kind of funny that the first picture that comes up, how you said that, like, it's always some, whatever you said previously, a demon, some voluptuous cartoon girl fighting some demon dragon. Well, if you actually look at the first three pictures that showed up, it's actually a voluptuous cartoon girl. And then there's, I assume it's her character fighting that weird spiny backed demon. Yeah. So that was
you
funny.
With the lead singer of My Chemical Romance there in the third. I'm sorry. No. So I'm not into it. I think it's creepy. I think it's demonic. Also, like, and here's what I hate about, like, I was raised very differently than a lot of other people in my generation. I wasn't raised on video games.
Okay.
So when I say things like, when I was a kid, people can go, well, when you were a kid, video games were still mainstream. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
But I was raised differently. You know what I did for fun once?
What?
I had no video games, and my friend Dylan was grounded from his video games, and I was very happy when he got grounded from video games because, we actually got to play.
Okay, rock on.
And we went inside and got 2 old shoe boxes. Okay? And I taped, with boxer's tape, taped the bottom of them, like basically laminated with tape.
Okay.
Then, we found. I say found. It was like the trash.
Okay.
But when you the little tube you use to twist your blinds to close and open.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, we got 2 of those.
Okay, rock on.
We glued them to the bottom of the shoebox.
Okay, rock on.
Then got a trash bag and cut it into 4s, so it was just flat. and we literally made that into a
Sailboat?
and we made sailboats, and we took string, okay?
Yeah.
And we tied the string to the things. And so as they were sailing, we wanted to see who could sink each other based only on the wind, and we had the strings tied to little pencils. So we were literally trying to like boat battle. It took us the whole day. It was the coolest thing ever. And then the next day we went back and we did it again. Only this time we didn't use the twisty things. I'm not sure what we used. I think they might have been like chopsticks or something. But like we went and got something. But what I did was I took the toilet paper, little cardboard things of toilet paper.
Okay, yeah.
And I put something sharp in it. So when I went and I stuck a hole in his boat and I sunk it.
So you learned subversion at an early age.
But you know what? That
while
was
you're
fun.
doing the rain gutter regatta.
And while my loser friends were playing a pirate video game to sink each other's boats, I was sinking the guy's boat in real life. And there's something about finding that adventure in real life. How many kids are making birdhouses right now during the summer?
The mechanical inclination of the average youth is woefully deficient.
Also, this is something that freaked me out. Go pay attention to this, guys. This summer, look for it. Look for it. Look for it. Okay? What you're looking for is the cars in the summer. Boomers, Gen Xers, millennials, even Gen Zers. Think about when you were a little kid. What was always on the dash and the windshield of the cars during the summer? A ton of dead bugs. Always a ton of dead bugs from driving everywhere. But we've polluted so much, we've killed so many of the bugs, we don't have dead bugs all over our cars anymore. And second, people aren't driving as much. They're inside, indoors. Oh, I got Uber Eats. Oh, I got video games. Oh, I don't have to go to the bar to find a girl to have sex anymore. I've got porn. It's all indoors now, and the cars are not freaking in the summer are not covered in bugs like they should be. That is the sign. When your car is covered in bugs, that's a sign you were out doing stuff. You're exploring Mother Nature. You're zooming along. You're experiencing real life. Now they're stuck inside with video games. And the thing, and by the way, I'm not trying to be the TV, if the kids watch TV. No, it turned out that was fake. TV was fine. TV was entertaining. It was cool.
Okay.
It helped people. It actually created careers. It didn't replace experiencing adventure. If anything, you watched an action movie as a little kid. You know what you did? Carden, what did you do after you watched a Kurt Russell movie as a kid?
You
started fighting your friends.
Yeah.
You went outside, you started fighting Star Wars, the nerdy bullcrap. But you know what it did? Mm-hmm. After those kids watched Star Wars, they said, Mommy, I want a lightsaber. And she went and bought the $20 lightsaber and gave it to the kids. And they're outside by the pool freaking having a good time, experiencing. You don't even do that anymore. Now they literally have to experience the fun in the video game. So movies motivated you to have fun in real life. Video games take it away from you. Also, I want to say, I know there's got to be a study.
Okay.
How many porn addicts also play more than an hour of video games a day?
Remember how I said like the brain has to overcome boredom? And video games become a coping mechanism of zero delayed gratification. Well, dating successfully in order to get a wife, start a family, have, a sexual encounter, shall we say, with a female, requires delayed gratification, whether it's more plates, more dates and getting yoked and getting into shape, or getting a job so you can afford the dates and be a viable partner, or just doing something that gets you out of your shell to develop your personality. All aspects of improving your dating game require delayed gratification. And if you do not cultivate the skill of delayed gratification, then you're headed nowhere fast.
Also, I want to say this. I think it was a gateway to transhumanism. Everyone who pretends I would never let them put a chip in my head or in my arm. Yeah, you would. You would.
I would right now if I knew that I wouldn't lose my wallet ever again, and if it was through a company I trust. Like, for example, the Elon Musk chip, I'd take it.
Oh my
the Jeff
gosh,
Bezos
Elon's
chip,
one of them.
The Jeff Bezos chip, I ain't taking it.
Elon Musk is one of them. He's a WEF guy.
Oh, come on. No, he's not.
He is.
No, I've chosen my billionaire, bro.
Okay,
I've
choose
chosen
none.
my billionaire.
No, I choose none. No heroes, anarchy. But the other thing. It's a gateway to transhumanism. It's got us already attuned to AI and CGI, to people that look real but are not real. Uncanny Valley is no longer Uncanny Valley. It's completely normalized. So, how, what did you expect? I got my sports, I got my adventure, I got my creativity, I got my fun all out in video games. Why can't I get my sex out in video games?
That's true. That's true.
And by the way, this is who this hurts more than anyone? Women.
How so? Because they've been saying they don't need med for 25 years, and it seems to have worked.
Yeah. Well, they didn't realize that that it would come to bite them in the butt.
Okay.
And it's not biting them in the butt of the women that made that choice. It's the younger women that have been taught that by their mom. Oh, I don't need a man. Everything's It is
like
not
the mom that had the conservative traditional upbringing. It wasn't until her midlife that she had her crisis and decided to turn wildly feminist and then taint the waters for the younger generation.
Yes. And God said it's not good that humans should be alone, so men need women and women need men. But whatever. The point is, though, what we're seeing now, what video games have done, is the unobtainable female body.
Okay.
With, whatever her name is, Lady Goomba.
I don't know. My wife's got it. She's smoking hot, bro.
Okay, doesn't matter. So what that does is it gets young boys to think, oh, this is what women are like. This is what women look like. This is what women look like. These women don't have stretch marks. These women don't have acne. They don't have any. They're not real. But when you're 13. From 13 to 18, and this is the women you're looking at every day that you're engaging with, you're going to get a false sense of reality of what an actual woman looks like. And then what happens? Okay, when you start watching porn, and then guess what? That doesn't even do it for you. And you know what the new move is? The big new investment in pornography is? And this is, everybody should know this, because this is being covered in tech news. Not even like porn news, and tech news is being covered.
Well, let me guess. Virtual reality.
Yes, but not only that. That's we're like 30, 40 years away from that in my opinion.
Okay. 3D.
Well, that'd be the same thing, right?
Oh, okay.
What this is, OnlyFans and pornographic actors that are AI.
Oh, dude, no, that cheese is real, because I don't know if this has been happening to you. Every once in a while, I'll get and it's strangely correlated to something I've said. I got to turn off whatever function is on my iPhone. Okay. But if I were talking with you in a conversation and I don't know, we were talking about the war in Ukraine or something, and I make some joke or like, oh yeah, Ukrainian chicks are hot. Like, I will literally get Instagram e-girl, like with Ukraine flags in their bio and the whole 9 yards. It'll come up on my scroll, but they'll be like off. They'll be attractive, like, at first glance in the scroll, but there's something odd about them. And I've looked at them, and I literally showed one of these to Brittany, and I said, dude, oh my gosh. And then I just really quickly clicked on it, and I showed it to Brittany. I said, what do you think of this girl? Right? And she was like, I was like, do you think she's real or not? And then she looked at it and she said, oh my gosh, the deep fakes have gotten so good that it's almost like they just create, like, it's like AI hears something you say, like, I don't know, Ward Radio chicks are cool, and next thing you know, it gives you like some AI image babe of some chick from Arizona, your favorite girls, who has like a Ward Radio t-shirt on, and like, AI's still not good enough that like at second glance you can't look and say nah, but it's close enough to being real that it's kind of scary.
Well, the problem is now we have women who are in pornography and in OnlyFans getting upset because how can they compete with the fake AI model who they don't have to pay?
Are you serious?
Seriously. I mean, because it's the perfect woman. And all of this obsession and acceptance of CGI and AI in these video games has morphed our brains into believing that this is even a product we should care about. It's morphed our brains into believing this is something in our reality. When
I don't know, but the real will always trump the fake. And
if you can experience the real.
Yeah, but if
they can get you in your room for 5 years straight, if they can get you away from society, huddled up with your little
this is an advantage I think members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints have, because as I have said, social media was meant to unite us more, but it's actually strangely divided us more. And also, we feel like we've participated in our friends' lives because we've seen pictures of their Christmas cards and pictures of their kids and so on and so forth. But nothing matches going to your friend's Christmas party or holding their newborn when it still is newborn and experiencing the smell, the feel, the touch, the sound that you get in that human interaction. And I think that in a world that has been heavily digitized, thus divided, a huge advantage of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is the fact that we meet together oft and have that human experience of going to the chapel together. I think in a digital world, the fact that Mormons meet every Sunday makes our youth so much more well-adjusted, and our adults just have a better sense of community. And that's real, man. And it reminded me of something you said when we first met, where you say you think AI is going to get so good soon enough that in the last days, it may require, do you remember your phrase, what you said? The AI will get so good and deepfakes will get so good, you'll have to use...
The Holy Spirit.
Yeah, you'll have to use the Holy Spirit to distinguish what is reality and what is not.
Yeah, you won't be able to trust your eyes or ears.
Yeah, which is wildly profound.
Well,
so
I'm just saying, like, video games were the gateway to this whole transhuman world because they're trying to make human beings not like...
Well, what's wrong with transhumanism? I mean, it's just like it's just kind of like a metal skull plate here, and like a prosthetic limb there, and a convenient chip that helps you not lose your car keys and get into the second they chip the Mormon church buildings, and I don't have to be scrounging for a key just to be able to get into the seminary closet.
So convenience is worth selling your soul.
Well, how is my soul sold? Just because I got a little microchip in there that helps me?
Absolutely.
How is my soul sold? Dude,
it's the mark of the beast.
No, the mark of the beast is very specific. You have to have it on your left hand and your forehead, and it makes it so you can't buy and sell or trade.
Yeah.
Unless.
Yeah. Oh, we need to find... You've been wrongfully accused of something you did not do, and they're going to go find you. And guess what? They can track you forever now. You're going to open a new bank account? What's your chip number? Ask our Jewish friends what it's like to be on a list. Yeah. They'll tell you it's not good to have a number.
The first step of tyranny is registration.
So I'm sorry, I am not getting the chip, and I'll say it to you. Alex Jones said he will not eat the bugs. I will not get the chip. Okay. I will not get the chip.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let us know what you guys think. Do you think video games are the gateway drug to transhumanism, making all of the young men docile recipients of said chip that Kwaku has warned us about? Or do you think this is kind of a little bit overblown, kind of
If you play video games, you're a loser. If you're a guy in college, you have video games, throw them away right now or sell them on Facebook Marketplace. Get rid of them. You have no reason to be playing video. I gotta go home and play my video games. I gotta go. You're pathetic. It's pathetic. Go start a business. Go meet girls. Hobby. Chop down a tree. Make a painting. Do it. Why on earth would you be sacrificing your real life hours to pretend to catch Pokemon or some bull crap? Throw it away. And girls, if your boyfriend plays video games, break up with him. Say it's me or the games. And wives, if your husband plays video games, say no punani till the video games are goodbye, okay? Whatever.
Hey, no weaponizing of intimacy, my friend.
Absolutely.
That's
no, women should weaponize intimacy a little bit more.
So you're a full-blown believer in the economy of desire. I see what you're saying.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Okay, all right.
It's a part of life. You can't beat it. You may as well join it.
Okay, well, let us know what you guys think. Let's keep the conversation going in the comments below.
But Kwaku, is it okay? I played, I'm different. I only play one video game a week, and it's something. No, I don't care if it's on the Wii Stick or the any of these stupid. All of it sucks. Well, if it's on my iPhone, delete the app.
All right, awesome. Let us know where we go wrong. And of course, as always, for this and more, please check us out on wardradio.com.
How about the car in the driver's seat? I pick you up, but there's only room for me. The only lane that I see is money green. About to pass you up, don't even try to compete. Nobody else that could do it like me. Make sure to sweep up